Okay, so when you start, your kit is going to have some pink yarn, some aqua yarn, and a piece of plastic canvas, and a plastic needle. You're going to need to provide your own scissors. The first thing that we're going to do is, do you see how there's like an uneven bit here? We want to trim this down so that we can just have a smooth edge on the side here. And I'm going to do that all the way around. Okay. So, I'm going to just get rid of that stuff. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a Bargello stitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out what color we'd like around the edge, and we're just going to do a whip stitch around the edge, and then we're going to fill in with the Bargello, which is like just kind of a wavy line. So we're going to use the aqua to go around the edges. We're just going to thread this needle. It's pretty big, so I don't think you'll have any problems. And you just want to leave a little bit of a tail. And you can start anywhere on the edge. And when you pull it through, I'm gonna go out a little bit. When you pull it through, you just want to make sure that you leave a little bit, right? Maybe an inch or 2 inches. Okay, and we're just going to come through the back and pull it as tight as we can. So it makes a little loop around the edge. Through the back. Just fix the stitch if it gets caught on the stitch before it. I'm holding this tail back here so that it doesn't get caught up in the other ones. Right now we're at a corner. So at the corner, you want to do the same thing that you were doing. But then we're going to go through this stitch again. We're going to go through that hole again a second time. It feels like a tight fit, but you can do it. So it's got the stitch on the edge, and then we're going to turn so that we go through the next hole, and it will have a stitch on the top too. So at every corner we're going to do it 2 times, but every other one you just do 1 time. So I'm going to end up having 2 tails here. I'm going to take the tail that we started with and just pull it tight while I do the last little bit. And I'm just going to stitch over it. Do you see how the stitch is under? It has the tail in it. Stitch right here, and I'm going to do a final stitch right here. And then I can just cut this one, right? So now we just have 1 tail to deal with. And it'll sort of just get absorbed in there. Okay? Okay, so we finished our stitches here for all around the sides. And so now we're gonna start with the inside part. So we have 10 holes across. And what we're gonna do is we count these side holes. We're gonna use these side holes. So we're gonna do 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4. So I'm going to count up from where I am. I'm at the fourth one in, and I'm just going to count up to the top. I'm going to share this corner one again. All right, and then I'm going to do another 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 holes down, and just go up through the top one. And the next one, I'm gonna do 5 holes down. So we count this first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm gonna come underneath it. Okay. All right, and another one, the same place. Next, we're going to count down 6, so it'll be 1 underneath the one we stopped at last time. Another 6. Just to be clear, we're finishing at the same hole that we have our whip stitch in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down now. Oops. Okay. Another 5. Another, now it's going to be 4. So we're going for symmetry here. You can, of course, change this however you want. It's your thing, and it's just yarn, so it's not, you can't pull it out and start again if you don't like the way it turned out. All right, and that's going to be the end of this particular piece of yarn. So I'm going to run it through some of the stitches here in the back. Just pull it tight, and then I'm just going to cut it. Okay. Next, I'm going to take the pink, and you don't need a ton because you're just doing, you know, a few lines here. And so now that I've established what the length of everything is, I'm going to make everything the same amount of holes. So if we do 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6 from where the point is, then we'll get the same kind of V pattern. Okay, so I'm going to count down 6 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is it, 6. And I'm just going to come underneath. I'm going to leave a little tiny bit of a tail there. It doesn't have to be enormous. Okay, and I'm just going to go up to the same hole that we ended in here. If you don't go into the same hole, it's just going to leave more space in between them, so it depends on how tight you want it. Okay, so this is 6 from there. Again, we're just doing that symmetry. Now I'm counting down 6 from where this one ended, so of course it's going to be 1 underneath where we just went, and again going in that same, you know, the same one that we used here. You could go 7, you could go 8. I mean, it depends on how much you want to use each color, how much you want to change them. You might not want to change them very much at all. Here we're going down 1 more, so we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it'll be this hole. Of course, you can just count down 1 from where your other one is, the one before it. Okay. Now we're going to count down 5. So we're going to stop here. I'm sorry, we're counting down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this is the one it's a little bit above. Right, so we're going for that symmetry. One next to it. Now we're going to count down 6 from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and one more right here on the edge to right here on the edge. Okay. So now you can see how it's going to go. And now we don't need this one anymore, right? So I'm just gonna slip it under these guys. Just gonna pull it as tight as I can. We have this one too, so maybe we wanna just do the same exact thing. All right. We can definitely tell which is the front and which is the back. So now we're gonna just take more of our aqua. Again, we don't need like a ton of it, right? And so whatever we establish is probably what we want to stick with. So we're just going to do another 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's this one. And here, we're just gonna, like I said, leave a little tail going right up to that other hole where we finish the pink. Sometimes it's a tight squeeze with the yarn already in there. Doing the same thing right next to it. Now we're going down one, right? 6 from the next set. Okay, so now we're down at our bottom. We've done everything up until the bottom. So what we're gonna do is you're just gonna start, I'm on pink right now. You might be on something different if you counted stuff differently, but I'm just going to fill it all in with the pink. Everything's sort of tighter because everything's got a little bit of yarn in it